your success speaks for itself, right? You're growing your law firm. Maximum Lawyer is growing and really making a big impact in the industry, and that's awesome to see. So whatever you're doing, it's working. Keep it up. But then I'm always curious too. Like, do you have any sort of morning routine or any sort of like anything you do that like really sets the tone for your day? It doesn't have to be first thing in the morning, but like just curious how you approach that.
No, I don't. I tried to do the whole optimization of my morning thing, and I think it works for some people. I don't think it's one of those things where you have to do that. There are certain things that I know I have to do each week that I must absolutely do, and so I know I've got to go like make sure like the sleep part of it's really really important. We talked about that. Like I even get to the point where I Marco Brown recommended a particular bed. I bought that bed, so optimizing that part of it. But like working out, I know I got to work out when I've got to go. I've got to work out, so I got to hit that schedule. Got to make sure I eat right, make sure I sleep right. So I don't do a whole routine where I'm journaling. I've got certain things I do when it comes to a mindset that my coach Jason Selk has me do. So I do those certain things. I usually do those in the morning, but otherwise, I don't have this, magical morning routine. I have tried it. It's just not for me. I'm curious. Do you? I'm curious if you have one because I don't think it's necessary. I think it's overblown, but I wonder if you do.
Mine evolves. I think the first one that I jumped into was like Miracle Morning back in like 2018,
I tried
2019.
that too. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there are pieces of that have stuck around, but like I kind of go through phases. I really do personally, I get up early. I try to get a workout in first thing. Lots of times that's just a bike ride or a walk, and I typically listen to a podcast while I'm doing that or an audiobook. And it's like I do that before I check my email, and you just get into that. At least I get into that state, kind of as an entrepreneur, where I'm seeing the possibilities and I'm excited about things, and I got a million different ideas that I want to attack that day. And I find that like just protecting that space first thing in the morning so that like I bring, my energy and my attention to the day as opposed to starting the day by responding to, email or whatever else really helps for me. But like that said, like everything else kind of evolves. Like I go through periods of time where like I lift weights in the morning, other times I do that at the end of the day. So it just honestly it ebbs and flows for me.
I think what's maybe more important is the things you shouldn't do. Like, cause like I do like I go to the gym in the morning, but like there are certain things that like I want to take my kids to school in the morning. So I take my kids to school in the morning. Like so I'm not going to go sit in the sauna for 30 minutes whenever I could actually take my kids to school. So like there's certain things where like I do have my morning very tightly timed. But I mean, the thing you mentioned about like not checking messages, like I'm not going to check messages first thing in the morning. I'm not going to do that. I'm like, I rarely, if ever, get into my email because I've got my assistant who's sitting out there. She does that. She does an incredible job. I don't have to do that. So there's certain things that you shouldn't start the day with a donut. Okay, it's just one of those things. You shouldn't do these certain things. So I don't do those things. You definitely should not start your day with an email because all of us have woken up. We've checked that email. It's a nasty gram from you name it person, and it just starts your day off in a
Yeah.
terrible way. So you shouldn't do it. So anything where you can kind of keep your mind open in the morning, I think is a good idea.
100%.